And welcome to the Dingo's Den. We want to, first we'll say, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We have Craig Bell behind the camera today, and we have a special guest, and you better straighten your asses up because we have a special guest and he ain't playing around. Yeah,
Nope.
Introduce yourself, my friend.
My name is Matt Gonzalez. Yeah.
There you go. From California.
Damn right. Fresno, Clovis, whatever you want to say.
Shout out to your family.
Yeah, my family. My dad, my mom, Jamie and Debbie Gonzalez. Joey knows them. They went to school together.
Mm-hmm.
Been around before I was born. So
We used to play a marimba band, and we kicked, I'll say it, Sanger and Selma's butt.
yeah.
That's one of our claims to fame. We went to the marimba competition, and we're Clovis, so we weren't supposed to do well.
Nah,
And
of course
we
not.
won,
Clovis,
baby.
I don't
We
think they
won.
would do well now either.
We won, baby. And we have a couple of topics to go over that are probably interesting, I hope. But right now, you can tell us about your business, man. I see you got some great gear on.
It's a business, but it's a hobby right now. You know, it's picking up. Hopefully, it get going a little bit better. I started it because I want to get into the gun industry, and so I thought, why not? I like doing stuff with my hands, so why not make holsters? And this is one of them. Actually, this is for a G30, a Glock 30. For those who don't know, it's called Buckshot.
Wow.
And I'm self-funded, trying to get everything going myself.
Turn that around a little bit so I can take a look at it. Wow. So how did that come to be?
So it's a real trippy, like, it's a process. We have to get molds, obviously, for the guns, because in California you cannot technically lend your gun to someone, even if it's your brother or whatever. So there's a lot of people that make molds for the guns to the specs of the gun, using like AutoCAD and can't even think of the name right now. AutoCAD and like using like CNC machines.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
So they make the molds, and then the Kydex is like a real nice plastic. Once you heat it up to about 350 degrees, almost like baking, it turns into like a rubber. So once it gets to that rubber form, you put it on top of the mold, and then I use what's called a vacuum press, and then it just sucks out all the air, so it forms to the gun.
Perfect fit. It
Yeah,
makes a
perfect-
perfect fit.
perfect
Yes,
fit for your
absolutely. I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Most of you understand and seen that technology also, but that is, hey, to know someone that's actually doing that, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a couple guys in Fresno that do it. So I mean, you know, it's definitely, it looks easy, but it's a lot harder than it really seems.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. Because I mean, all the chances for things to go wrong.
Yeah, and then you want it to be just as good as everybody else, if not better. So, to make things that other people don't have are a little bit different. So
Exactly. And what about the color? Is that just a traditional hunting color, or
this is the
how did you choose that?
this one's actually considered a coyote brown. It's like more of a military color.
Mm-hmm.
There's colors. You can get it in every color.
Oh, so you'll go ahead and make that?
Yeah, it just
So-
honestly, I right now, because I'm not like booming business and I don't keep really an inventory. It's made to order. So the customer actually wanted a brown one. So
Because I can see where pretty soon, because you've already seen the handles and pink handles and all that.
oh
stuff.
yeah, it's
So now you're gonna need some art. You know
no,
what I
there's
mean?
guys with Kydex that if I send them an image, they could put it on the Kydex.
Exactly. So
Yeah, so
that's where it's gonna go.
There's one person that I know that's making them actually right now, and they're one of the ones that they do that I like, and I haven't ordered it yet. It's camouflage. It's the regular
Wow.
camouflage woodland, but it has like Louis V's on it, like the Louis V print and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's
that's cool.
it's real popular. So
So
But yeah.
what would go in there?
this one would actually be a Glock 30.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so-
know he said that already, but what the hell is
Double check it.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
And
So-
what else do you think you want to talk about before we get into some discussion about hunting? But man, I like your gear and I like where you're going making this stuff, dude.
So
Tell me more.
So the reason why I got into this is because I wanted to get into the gun industry, and I figured if I can build my foundation first and a steady income with it, that'll help fund it, then I can get to doing the things that I wanted to do, which is like becoming a firearms instructor, getting my license, taking my classes for all that, and hosting events. I want people to know that guns are not as scary as they seem, and they're not as scary as people make them out to believe. There's no difference between a gun and your car.
Right.
In
fact, the car's probably more dangerous.
Exactly. And, the only thing that makes your car different is the fact that you take the time to learn how to drive it and be safe,
Right.
have safety with it, or, use it cautiously or whatever.
California says you got to do this, at least be this smart in your car.
Exactly. And so that there's no difference. What makes that difference from using a gun?
Right.
Why don't you take classes to use your gun properly?
You know how it is, man.
Yeah.
My kids are older. Every time they go on the road, I say, be careful. And they're like, oh, Dad. They're thinking, oh, Dad. Dude, that's a loaded gun.
Yeah.
That car is a loaded gun.
Exactly. What's going to, a car can take out more people than a gun probably could, but the way I see it is there's a lot of like bad,
Maybe bad press or
yeah,
bad thing.
the media doesn't help.
Don't worry about that, though. You keep doing that because
yeah, of course.
They've got their own thing that they're going to say. And, coming on here or anywhere else and you say this stuff, I think people are just going to listen. They say, hey, man, this is a real guy talking about real stuff, and I think I'll listen rather than see somebody talking on the news trying to tell me, then we'll take my shit away.
Exactly. And that's what I do, and that's what I want to do. Like, I want to get into that because I want to host events where, there's this guy actually doing it over in the East Coast right now, and he hosts events for anybody. If you're a man, woman, gay, lesbian, black, white, yellow, it don't matter. Like,
don't matter.
He don't care who you are, just come shoot. He wants to put a gun in your hand and teach you how to shoot. And his first event he said that he did was way bigger than he thought it was going to be.
Oh, wow.
It got it, and for the point that
there's a lot of interest.
Yeah. Well, in the valley, there's a lot of interest too because we got a lot of farmers here. We got a lot of farmers, lot of hunters.
Oh yeah.
It's just these big cities where.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. But we'll stay out of the politics. Cause
exactly.
Normally we do stay out of the politics because that way we get more information across instead of getting pissed off.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's where I wanted to go, and that's the reason why I started doing the holster thing is to build that foundation.
It's really good to know, though. I mean, hearing this story, I know we just discussed a little bit before, but it's nice to know that you're aspiring to be like an instructor for firearms, guns, probably rifles, everything, right?
I would like to.
But at the same time, there is a lot of information, and this helps us. But it's good to know that, like, wow, this guy's going to be, he could be a firearms instructor and helping people, a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do.
That's a good thing. Just helping people is pretty cool.
I want the experience of going to the gun or going to buy a gun or going to, say, the range or something like that. Right. I don't want it to be intimidating. I don't want people to feel like I don't know nothing about guns. Like, I don't.
Well, I'll tell you straight up, I'm intimidated.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been to a few ranges with buddies.
Oh, I was intimidated too. I mean,
I tell them I don't want to shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah, but you gotta break out of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
No, you do.
So, and I don't want you to feel like. The other reason why is because I don't want people to feel like when they go into a gun range to buy a gun or look at a gun, because they don't know anything, I don't want them to be intimidated. I don't think they should, because
there's a way to get educated. There's a way to learn how to handle it, and then it becomes like anything else. And safety again.
As a gun dealer, as a gun instructor, you shouldn't make a person feel that way either.
Oh,
my personal opinion, you should make them feel like you should buy a gun type. With the right safety, right way of doing things. So.
Because I mean, it's really complicated. I mean, there's so many different guns, so many different types of ammo, and all that. I mean, wow. It's something that you really get once you get into. You better know what the heck you're doing.
Yeah, and it could go a long way. Like you said, there's a lot of different guns.
In California, a lot of the guns are used for hunting.
Yes.
And so, like, what is it that maybe is hard to hunt or exciting to hunt? Because I heard, like, in California there was maybe a grizzly bear hunted a while ago. It was 2,200 pounds. How big is that animal? What's 2,200 pounds? That's a pretty big animal. It was a grizzly bear. The biggest black bear, I think, is around 600 pounds. I mean, that's like 1/4 of the grizzly. The grizzly's a big bear, huh?
Yeah, grizzly's a big bear. Most
Are they any more in California?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Rod, are there grizzly bears in California?
It's a state bear.
That means there better be.
We're hoping.
Right?
We're hoping there better be.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys that.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, the answer is correct.
Yep.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of.
Danger.
I know there's black bears, and even the wild pigs, foxes, elk.
So I know some hunters in the valley will pay, or sorry, some farmers in the valley will pay hunters to come hunt coyote because the coyote, obviously mess with their livestock and eat their crops and stuff like that. So
Okay, about coyotes, I read you have to have a hunting license.
correct. You have to have a hunting
And
license to hunt almost anything.
There you go, on anything, and you don't have. I mean, you cannot hunt from the street.
No.
If a coyote goes across the street and you're the farmer and you're cruising your car and I'm gonna whip
Stop.
out my gun and hit that
Yeah.
thing, that is illegal.
Yes, that is true.
You can now eat roadkill, though.
Yeah, people are eating roadkill.
Yeah, I don't know why you would want to.
They say it's fresh, but you know what?
Yeah.
I guess maybe onions and cilantro cure everything.
Yeah.
You know,
Right?
I'm eating some possum tacos, but
Yeah.
Cook anything and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's because that's all they got out there.
and
Hey, you know what's a good
Wild
subject
boar.
is the wild boars in Texas. It's a,
yeah, we were just
Oh, yeah,
we,
man,
we're just going to talk about that right now. Wild boar.
They were English European introduced, and now they actually killed a
Yeah, a woman.
A woman.
Yeah, I heard about that actually.
They are
I
from
saw that.
Europe.
Yeah.
Killed her in Texas, so that's something we're supporting that.
Yeah, those things are dangerous though, man. If you watch YouTube videos of those feral hogs, man, there's times where those things
Oh.
charge the guys. And
No,
the guys
I've seen 'em.
Yeah, the guys will take the shot, and the hog's just still coming, and boom, takes out these guys' legs.
Oh
and,
man, you know Pete Marichalar, shout out Pete. He used to bow hunt those things.
Oh yeah, see, and that's crazy because you gotta get close for that bow hunt.
I went bow hunting one time, and some doe or the females almost ran into me,
Ooh.
and I'm like, what the heck? So I keep hearing this thing. I thought it was a cow, and I look, it's actually a buck snorting at me.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, that has horns on it. So I pulled up my bow and arrow, and that sucker ran fast away.
Yeah.
It was funny,
And
but his girls had to run back down.
The crazy part is they could smell you from like miles away too.
I thought they would have smelled me but they did not. I must have been up or down, whatever you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And they were 3 feet away from me. They almost ran me over.
Damn.
And I thought that snorting thing was a cow.
Yeah. Those guys don't play either.
No, I thought he was going to kill me actually.
Where
This is my part of the story. I had my bow and arrow, but I had a freaking gun, baby. I'm not going to go in the mountains. I had
Right.
a freaking gun. You better believe. If that sucker would have done so, I was going to whip out that gun and shoot that sucker.
might as well.
Mhm.
Right. Go home and eat.
Gun lives matter.
Black
So-
guns life.
Yeah, yeah. So it's good to have a gun when
Yeah,
you need
oh,
it. Let
hell
me tell
yeah,
you,
man.
imagine. I know there's other crazy animals up there.
So, but not even that. Like I wanted to mention something you just said. It's always good to have a gun. Well, yeah, that it is. But
when you're hunting in the mountains. Yeah.
well, in the mountains or just in general, I mean, you can't even go to Walmart nowadays.
Oh, yeah,
but
it's very dangerous.
But what a lot of people don't get is just because you have a gun doesn't mean there's consequences that come after. You know?
Right. Well, there are a heck of a lot of gun owners that never do anything wrong.
Oh yeah, of course. You got. I mean, you think about it.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, exactly. But you got to think about it. Last beginning of the month, I think it was like November 9th. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, I might be. Deer, duck, and the second season of pigeon
yeah.
started, and I mean, just imagine all the guys out there, more than multiple millions of guns out there, and you don't hear no mass shooting or anything like that. So
exactly. There are very a lot of people that actually get into the responsibility of owning a gun. They really do take the responsibility. But what like California has it in a stand or other states, all those gun laws, they ain't worth the darn.
Because
criminals don't obey the law.
they're gonna get them no matter what. And if you
Absolutely.
think about it, most of the shootings that have happened, most of those guys who have got their guns, whether in California or in another state, most of them got it. I want to say like 90% of them got it illegally.
Oh, absolutely.
You
No,
know?
that's why they report that stuff. How about the one recently with they made the gun or some kind of stuff?
Well, so
we'll stay away from that, but you go ahead and give me some information on that, and then.
So he said that they're considering it a ghost gun, and a ghost gun can mean a lot of things. And
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, let's just say you buy a gun and it's not registered, that's considered a ghost gun. You know, one that's untraceable. That's what's really considered a ghost gun. It's untraceable, serial numbers marked off. But even at that, that's illegal. You get caught with that, that's
Exactly.
felony time.
So I mean, people are making the decision immediately to break the law or not.
Exactly.
You know, it's not like they're I'm a law-abiding citizen and you want to take my gun. No. And well, you know what? Let's talk a little bit about your brand a little bit more. Maybe who even designed it and how much your stuff is selling for, or however you're doing this. And
Okay,
let's put a little effort into you right now. How about
So the reason why I started the t-shirts, the shirts, I actually got a t-shirt on too. It's the same as the hat.
that? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a buddy that's he's actually my brother-in-law's cousin. Shout out to Joe. He's the one who actually designed my logo.
Right. No, it looks good.
He used to
Absolutely.
he used to tattoo back in the day, and so he's a really good drawer, and I always loved his drawings.
That's a great design.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of touch of tattoo, but it's really just a great design.
Yeah, so I was like, hey man, can you draw me up a logo? And he drew me up one, and then I added some colors to it. And then shout out to Prosperity Tees of Clovis. They put it all together.
Shout out Rod Vargas. Shout out Craig Bell. Shout out Dizzy B. Shout out Cisco. Today is a heavy production day. We're really doing well. How much time do we have there, Mr. Bell? Mr. Bell.
2 minutes and 37 seconds.
You got 2.5 minutes, baby.
2.5 minutes.
You tell us what you need to.
Shit,
This is you.
Just, man, go to my Instagram. Go to my give me some follows. Help me get this thing going.
There you
That's
go.
why I started the shirts, the sweaters, and all that stuff.
There
I'm
you
trying to
go.
stay away from the big banks.
Right.
So this is kind of how I fund myself to
Right.
get this stuff going. I have a Facebook group page because when I wanted to get into hunting, when I wanted to start, I didn't really know where to go.
Right,
Besides,
right.
like obviously the stores and ask them, stuff like that,
Right.
like Sportsman's Warehouse, whatever.
They're
So-
like you're gonna buy something, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead, go ahead.
so I wanted to find out like where do I go, like how do I do this, how do I do that.
Right.
So I created there's a Facebook page that I'm on that's for fishing only, and I wanted something like that because in this thing they sell fishing rods to each other,
Right on. Oh, yeah, you better believe it.
Or if they're going fishing, like hey, I'm going fishing here, who wants to come, type stuff. So I wanted to create that with like guns and hunting. So the Facebook page is actually called Buckshot. It's the same image right here. You can
Right.
go and give it a follow if you like guns, if you like hunting. And I just want people to like get up in there, post, your hunting kills if you gone hunting. If you looking for some gun advice, go on there and we'll help you as best as we can. We're not experts. We're learning just as much as you guys are.
Yeah. Well, actually, you are experts, but the thing is, you will be able to connect them to the people that they do need.
Yeah, there you go. And
1 minute.
and then you want to maybe find hunting buddies or go to a range and find a range buddy or something. Shit, give it a whirl. If you want to talk about new gear that's coming out, I mean, go on that Facebook page. Hopefully soon I'll be able to get some raffles going, some like good like
Okay, I can see this.
some like
yeah,
gun
you
raffles
will
and some events
probably
going.
get some of this new equipment, but you need to get involved.
Yes.
And there's some help there. This is a community effort, like most of
Oh,
our
yeah.
endeavors here. And get involved because he's waiting for you now,
Yeah.
huh?
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to bring the gun and hunting community in the valley together, just like you do with music, man. You bringing it together.
Beautiful. Well, you know what? We're all doing this, baby. Let's take a break,
All right.
and we're going to take a break. Thank you, fools.